Welcome back YouTube, this is Jevy here and Matthew.
Hello everyone. We're in a different room.
Yeah, we're in different locations today. We'll be filming, we are filming in, I'm at my apartment and Matthew is at his apartment, at his place.
What you gonna do?
Apartment. What you gonna do? COVID, what can you do? Today we're going to be reacting to the pitch meeting of WandaVision Season 1. And I'm really looking forward to this because we've seen the whole season, and also we did a review of it.
There's a reaction on Patreon.
Exactly, there's a full reaction of the season finale and also some episodes that we did.
So please make sure to check them out.
Exactly, go make sure and check them out in their entirety on Patreon. It's in the description.
Links down in the description.
Exactly. And you can also find our spoiler review, which is on YouTube. Go and check it out. Make sure to watch the show first before going to the spoiler review. Let's not waste any more time, shall we? Let's just get into this.
Let's go! So, you have a new Marvel project for me?
Yes, sir, I do. I figure we can make a Marvel TV show for Disney+.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I was thinking we can make a show about Wanda and Vision.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the last couple episodes of the MCU, but Vision is very dead.
I know, that's gonna be part of the intrigue.
He was.
Okay, so what's going on in this show anyway?
It's gonna be like a 1950s black and white sitcom starring Wanda and Vision, right?
Oh, what the heck are you talking about?
And they're just going about their 1950s lives, you know, dinner with the boss and those kinds of classic sitcom
That was fun,
situations.
actually.
Are you sure you've seen the MCU before? Because this that doesn't resemble anything we do at all.
No, I know.
Okay, what is happening?
So then we start to see that
a bold
things get a
move.
little weird
Exactly our
sometimes, you know?
experience.
Sometimes they can't
Exactly.
remember how they got to places. There's some weird stuff showing up.
Oh, what the heck is that about? Please tell me now.
Yeah, there's like a super weird moment with the boss. There's a beekeeper that comes out of the sewer.
Okay.
What's going on here?
I'm not used to slow-moving intrigue, so I'm not sure what to do with myself.
Understandable, sir, but this is a
Oh
weekly
my
release schedule,
God.
right? So we're gonna
It's basically
spread out
us.
the reveals and really
Yes,
make people hate the
I
words,
know.
please stand
So
by.
relatable.
Okay, but what's with all the weird stuff, though?
Please stand by.
Same question.
Please
Yes,
stand by.
Please stand by. That
Anyway,
was
so
our
there's
reaction.
also going to be this nosy neighbor character, Agnes, right? And she's a little mysterious, you know, something's going on with her.
Agnes, huh?
What are you doing?
Is she Agatha Harkness?
That's what we did. We all went to search.
Okay, got it.
It's
Doing
kind
our
of supposed
research.
to be a reveal later.
Well, listen, if you give people some downtime, they're gonna theorize. That's just how
Yeah,
it
that's
works.
what exactly what
Ask
happened.
Eric
Pay for
Voss.
that. What? So anyway, then the show starts jumping through the decades every episode, and Wanda gives birth to twins.
Oh, very weird. I don't know what to make of all this random weirdness.
And there's this woman in there, and she seems to remember who Wanda is and that Ultron killed her brother.
Oh, okay. here
Monica
we go.
Rambeau.
And so Wanda gets mad, and she sends her outside of this big magical hex dome that's going on.
And so what's that all about?
Well, it turns out that Wanda's taken over this town called Westview with this magical hex thing, and she's broadcasting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Sword Agency, they're keeping an eye on things, you know, watching the broadcasts.
Nice, okay, things making a bit of sense now.
And there's this guy, Director Hayward, running the show. There's gonna be Darcy from Thor there. There's Jimmy Woo from Ant-Man.
Oh, Jimmy, what's going on with Jimmy?
Oh, well, he's gotten really good at that close-up magic stuff.
Oh, I didn't even know I was
Ant-Man.
rooting for that outcome, but I
reference.
am intensely proud of him.
So am I, sir. So him
Yeah,
and Darcy are
yeah.
basically going to behave as the audience will at home, just kind of watching WandaVision, trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
It turns out that woman
Yeah.
was a grown-up Monica Rambeau from Captain Marvel, and she keeps mentioning this aerospace engineer that she knows.
Aerospace engineer, Reed Richards, Fantastic Four.
I know.
That's
We're all hyping about
Doesn't
that.
it?
It does. Oh, this is
literally
very
everyone was
exciting.
doing this.
Yeah, you like that, huh? You big dummy.
What?
And
You
at the
big
end of a certain episode, we're going to have Pietro
That's exactly
Maximoff
what they
show
did to
up.
us.
Oh,
That's
but
exactly
he's
what they
dead.
did.
He is, but he's going to come back, and I figure this time Evan Peters could play him.
But he played Quicksilver in the Fox X-Men movies.
I
That's right,
know.
sir. He did. Let that blow your mind for a minute.
Oh my God, what does this mean? What are the implications? Is the multiverse open? Are the X-Men on their way?
Ah,
Oh.
please stand by.
What? No. Oh, please stop torturing me like this. Please stand by. Wow,
Oh
okay,
my
yeah, people are
God.
gonna hate those
That
words,
was
aren't
such a
they?
bad
Oh, most
laugh.
definitely.
Hey, is he secretly Mephisto? Are the twins secretly Mephisto? Am I secretly Mephisto?
Maybe.
Yeah, we're
so
all
then
Mephisto.
eventually we're gonna reveal that
Maybe.
that Agnes lady was actually an
Maybe.
evil witch this whole time, and her name is Agatha Harkness.
Yeah, I figured that one out.
You did. So she's gonna have this little theme song explaining that she was evil the whole time. It's gonna be
Some
called
sleazy.
Agatha All Along.
Oh, okay.
And it's just gonna be so frickin' so good, sir. Just the catchiest song.
Oh, okay, you think people are
It
gonna like it?
is.
That's cool.
Oh yes, sir.
It
People
is.
are gonna love it. It's gonna be about how she was pulling all the evil strings all along.
Nice.
How she killed a dog.
Oh my god.
So then Agatha's gonna be like, okay, I would like to know how you got your power, so let's go look at all your trauma for a little bit.
Very inconsiderate.
For sure. So we're gonna see her and her family back in Sokovia when she was a kid.
Okay.
Aw.
It turns out she
Fucking
used to
got
watch a
our
bunch
scene.
of sitcoms, and
It
that's
doesn't
what
look like it
inspired her
cares.
griefdom of different
Yeah.
sitcom eras.
Oh.
Her dad had all these DVDs like The Dick Van Dyke Show, Bewitched, Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle with Bryan Cranston?
That's right.
Bryan Cranston
Yeah, that
from
was a mistake.
Godzilla?
That's the one.
Godzilla with Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Taylor Johnson?
That's the. Oh, dang it.
What is that? How is that? What is that?
Okay, so
Same
that's,
thing that happened in Endgame.
that's an Easter egg.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I got a
Yes.
ton of questions about the implications of that Easter egg.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about the fact that Marvel actors act in other things sometimes.
Oh, okay, let me get off of that thing.
Anyway, so at the end of that episode, Agatha's gonna be like, "This is chaos magic, Wanda, and that makes you
Yeah?
the Scarlet Witch."
That's the name of the character.
Yeah, we're gonna make people cheer for something they already knew.
Yeah, they knew, but it
Yeah.
hadn't been said out loud.
And we're gonna say it out loud.
Oh, saying things people already know out loud is tight.
I know. You know, you
Tight,
know.
tight.
Okay, so then Sword is gonna
Finally.
manage to make this white Vision and send him inside the Hex to kill Vision.
Oh boy, so they're gonna fight?
They are gonna fight, sir. Turns out this weird conceptual show is gonna end with a big CGI battle, just like Marvel movies.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, so they're gonna go head to
Yeah.
head. It's gonna be very cool.
Wow, it's gonna be tough for Hex Vision to defeat himself.
Actually, it's gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he hits him with some philosophical questions, and so White Vision is like, huh.
Oh.
Yeah, then he gives him his
I
memories, and
always-
White
yeah,
Vision is
fights.
like, okay, I'm Vision now, bye.
Wait, where does he go?
Vision, oh, bye.
MCU until we need it for something.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
this way we'll
God.
be able to kill Vision without killing Vision.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that death
Yeah.
isn't permanent. It's just like in real
So
life.
That's not
Accurate.
accurate. Oh, also, Monica has powers now from going in and out of the Hex, and she uses them to stop Hayward from shooting the twins.
He was gonna shoot some children?
Well, technically,
Yes,
they're not real
he
children,
did.
but yeah, Hayward's just gonna become a cartoonishly evil guy in the last episode. That's gonna
Yeah,
be
he
his
was.
thing.
Wow, yeah.
So then Wanda's gonna have this big showdown with Agatha, and Agatha's gonna show her that she's been a straight up mental terrorist to the people of Westview.
Oh, that's not good.
And then they're gonna have this big battle with a bunch of different colored beams and a sky beam, just like the end of a Marvel movie.
Wow, 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 wow.
And Wanda's gonna manage to defeat Agatha by putting these big runes on the side of the Hex, which means that only she can do magic in that area.
Oh, how did she know how to do that?
Well, Agatha mentioned that while she was monologuing.
Oh, it's super helpful when villains start monologuing. Didn't The Incredibles
Yes.
make fun of that?
Yeah, that movie did make fun of villains
That's
doing
exactly
that.
what I
Fun
was talking
fact, we're
about
gonna
in the
reference The
review.
Incredibles a couple of times.
But we're still gonna do the thing it was making fun of.
Exactly. So then Wanda gives herself some new clothes and then traps Agatha in her own mind as a nosy neighbor forever, which I'm sure is a fate worse than death.
Absolutely, that's
Yeah.
deeply horrifying, and it gets worse the more you think about it.
It sure does, sir. And then Wanda's gonna have to say goodbye to her twins, but probably not for long, and to Vision, but probably not for long.
Very sad,
Yeah.
but probably not for long.
And then as Wanda's walking out of Westview, all the citizens are giving her dirty looks, and Monica's gonna be like, they have no idea what you sacrificed for them.
She mentally tortured them for an extended period of time and
Yeah.
probably scarred them for life.
Yeah, but she had to say goodbye to her imaginary friends, so it balances out.
Okay.
And so, yeah, that's about it. What do you think?
Well, wait, what about Evan Peters as Quicksilver? What was that
I
all
know.
about?
Oh, yeah, it turns out he was just a guy named Boner. Boner? Ralph Boner, yeah, that whole thing was a setup for a
Oh.
boner joke.
They just.
Yeah, that'll teach people to theorize.
What about Mephisto or Reed Richards? Does Doctor Strange have a cameo? He must have sensed all this going on. Oh, a very painful fart noise.
Yeah, so then we're gonna vaguely tease some upcoming projects, and we're out.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I thought it might be fun to release that Agatha All Along song online. People are really gonna like that.
I mean, if people really respond to it, we can release it, I guess. But people aren't gonna freak out over a song where a witch
they
kills
did.
a dog.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. It was. Yeah. It topped the
Hey
charts.
guys, Ryan
apparently.
here. Thanks for watching that pitch meeting. I hope you liked it. If you did, press the like
What
button
a
and the
nice-
subscribe button
nice,
and leave a comment and all
pitch
the
meeting
YouTube
again.
standard things. Also, let me know if you have ideas for other movies I should do pitches for. As always, check back soon for a new video. Bye-bye.
So,
Okay.
what did you think?
Who, me? Or
Yeah.
you're asking the viewer?
I'm asking you and the viewer. Of course, the viewer, you can go and comment down below.
Well, it's basically accurate to what we actually experienced in real time, basically.
And and he did actually hit on a lot of points we actually mentioned in the review as well, in our review. That sometimes the villain, they just monologue, they just love to monologue and explain their evil plan. And like when I made that comparison of, I know it's a cartoon. It's a childish cartoon, but at the same time, it's very similar to what happened there. What I'm talking about is that show called Phineas and Ferb, where the villain, Doofenshmirtz. I'm sorry, I can't really. He always explains his plans to Platypus
About the Ralph Boner thing.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
I've watched a video New Rockstars made, so make sure to go check them out as well.
Oh yeah.
So they made a video saying that the whole thing was apparently supposed to be obvious that it was a joke. Apparently.
Was it though?
But I think the reason was because not everyone, because WandaVision was supposed to release after Black Widow and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So maybe some things that happen in those movies and series,
maybe
do something that make us think that would have made us think that this Quicksilver was not the real Quicksilver. We would have understood that it was a joke all along if we watched the other movies. Apparently,
it was a joke all along. It was a boner all along, wasn't it? For the entire show.
Stop it.
Sorry, yeah.
This is not fairly accurate. This is very accurate to what we actually seen. Basically, what we actually did when we were watching this.
Yeah, exactly. So everyone was fighting, like with Vision, for example. Everyone was fighting outside, and White Vision and Vision, they were just talking. They were just fighting with words.
I really don't know what else.
And then he just yeeted out of there, like literally. He just fuck all.
I really don't know what else we can say without repeating ourselves saying exactly the same thing we said in the review.
I know. Basically, this whole meeting, it's basically our review, but of course he did it with a good. Very hilarious take, of course.
If you want to watch what we actually thought exactly after we watched the last episode, we have the review out. So go watch that if you really are curious.
Exactly, yeah. Go and check it out, as always. And there's not much to say because we've already we've already delved into this topic of WandaVision a lot. And what I'm hoping for the future of the MCU, like. I have this question that I want to ask. Like, what are your hopes, Matthew, for the future of the MCU? And what are your hopes, people who are watching this, for the future of the MCU? And comment down below on your thoughts on this. Like, in the meantime, Matthew, what are your thoughts on the future of this whole MCU?
So far, I really have no idea where this is what do you call it? The MCU is going. Well, obviously the multiverse is gonna happen since we know the title of Doctor Strange.
Also, you remember at the end of WandaVision, at the last credit scene, at the end credit scene, there was actually Wanda being all weird, like around her there were these little like planet thingies, like circular spheres, like red circular spheres. I think that represents worlds, different multiverses.
Different Earths,
and exactly. And I think that's how it's technically ties in with Multiverse of Madness and probably Spider-Man 3. Hopefully we'll get a trailer soon. It's just pushing that at this point.
Yeah, that's basically where this MCU is headed, basically to just the multiverse.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have to wait to find out who the big bad now is because Thanos is out of the picture now.
Exactly. Also, the show taught us. It literally taught us about that we cannot trust we cannot rely on theories as we before we go and
basically,
watch
we were
a show.
punished for this.
We were punished for this really badly. Yeah. But
theories.
I have to give it to Paul Bettany. He really did a great job there with his trolling. That was epic. At the same time, it was a letdown, but it's still epic. If that wasn't an epic troll, I don't know what is. I don't know.
What do you think is next, though?
I think it's this. I think it's the same from
What
me.
do you
I think
think the big bad is?
Well, I think we will find out for sure in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. There is
Well, we don't know
there
if
are
it's for sure.
possibilities. There are possibilities that the X-Men will soon be introduced into the MCU, but just fingers crossed, right? At this point, fingers crossed, because I'm really hoping that they actually would introduce them, even though they did hint at that by showing us Ralph Boner.
I think they are going to. Just I don't know.
Yeah, I think the fact that they've shown Ralph Boner, the Quicksilver that we all know from the X-Men universe, I think that was like a sign that they know what they're doing and that they're coming. They're soon coming.
What really confuses me about this, though, is how if the X-Men, because there are people theorizing now again that the X-Men in the 20th Century Fox basically existed all the time in the MCU. That's how they're going to do it, people are thinking.
I think so. Maybe.
But
who knows? It depends.
But does that mean that there are two people that look exactly the same in the MCU? One is Ralph Boner and the other one is Pietro Maximoff. And how is
maybe he will be the Quicksilver that we know. Maybe he is.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But the problem is, how was there two Pietro Maximoffs that have the same powers and have the same parents, basically?
Yeah, but I think that will be explored. I'm really hoping that they explore this really, really well in Loki and the upcoming Loki as well.
Maybe that's
June.
Maybe that's how. Maybe some of the X-Men will be from the multiverse and others will be from the MCU.
Exactly.
They
And
mix them.
They did say that apparently this whole series, it was supposed to have 10 episodes, but due to the pandemic, they really had to cut down and leave a lot of things, like a lot of content.
You sure?
out.
No, because I didn't hear
I'm sure. The director actually spoke about this in an interview. That they had to cut a lot of content and they leave it in the cutting room floor, basically, because of this pandemic. Because initially Black Widow was going to be the first Marvel movie that was going to be released,
and
then Eternals.
No. Apparently,
Falcon and the Soldier. Sorry, after
Yes.
Black Widow, and then Eternals, and then WandaVision right after Eternals. So, and because of all this shift and changes of scheduling, the turbulence that was caused because of this, they decided to remove an episode. The director actually I think he mentioned or hinted at. I'm not going to say that he did, but because it's just hearsay, but not hearsay. Actually, he did mention and hint at that there were scenes of the rabbit turning into a demon. So, and Doctor Strange appearing as well. He was going to appear apparently, and Monica had a huge role apparently in this. That's why certain things didn't make sense.
Because people, even we basically, we were thinking about the rabbit too often, basically, because they were focusing on it too much.
And I think with good reason, in all honesty, to be honest, they had to stop all that, because if they shown those 10 episodes as they planned it, I think that they would have revealed too much about what's to come, and I think they want to keep that a secret for now, since WandaVision became the first one that they were going to release. So who knows what may come in Black Widow, and I don't know, in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, probably setting up the X-Men. Who knows?
But let's put this into basically, how do you know, in stone or on record, basically.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to ultimately be the final villain? Like who's going to replace Thanos in this new chapter, basically?
It depends on where and how they go about this. But if it's Mephisto, if it is Mephisto, but I'm not so sure about that.
Or Mephisto could be just a small villain, though. It might not be the ultimate one, the one that
Kang.
leads to everything.
Kang the Conqueror. They did mention him, so
They did.
he has to. Yeah, of course they in Quantumania. He's going to be in Quantumania.
Not in WandaVision, though.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought they mentioned him in WandaVision.
No. He's going to be in Ant-Man Quantumania. So, and Kang, we all know that Kang the Conqueror is actually a big bad in the MCU.
Yeah.
So who knows what they might do with him.
I want to think. I really want Galactus to factor in.
Me too.
somehow.
Me too. But it depends. If they do bring the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, then Galactus it is probably.
If Galactus
The
comes,
series will
obviously.
explode. Yeah.
Well, if Galactus is coming, obviously we have to have a movie with the Silver Surfer as well.
Yeah. Exactly.
We can't have the Galactus without Silver Surfer because it won't
We
make sense otherwise.
Exactly. Yeah. It depends. It depends on if it only depends on whether they start initially releasing Fantastic Four clues and Fantastic Four characters in the MCU. We'll see.
I wish we could see a standalone Silver Surfer movie though.
Oh yeah,
it is
that would
possible.
be fun. To be honest, yeah, that would be cool.
It doesn't have to stand with the X-Men. I mean, with the Fantastic Four.
Please go and subscribe to George Ryan for his
George
pitch
Ryan.
meetings. Well done, George Ryan, for your take on the speech on this.
Well, you
pitch
basically got our reactions exactly.
Yes, you did. So we feel we can relate, and also feel free to comment down below on your thoughts about the future of the MCU and who you think is going to be the big bad of the MCU. And that's all for today. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos such as this, and be seeing you in the next video. Adios.